Hey friends, welcome to Chai and Coaching. Rob here. Visa interviews. This is one of the most important processes in getting to America is cracking your visa interview. It's one of the most scared, one of the most things we get the questions about. So in this video, we're going to unpack the visa interview process, everything to know, and Samir has some great tips for you and even a little surprise that he experienced in his process as well. So join us in this video. All right, guys, so glad to have you. Grab a cup of chai. We got some hot, yummy, actually hibiscus tea today.
Right.
Mixing it up a little bit, but it's really good. We're feeling fresh. And Samir, go ahead and reintroduce yourself again.
Yeah, hi, my name is Samir. I came here in spring 19. I'm pursuing Masters in Business Analytics. This is my second year in States. I had a very funny visa interview process, which we'll get to it later.
Awesome. And Samir, he's also helped do a really powerful video on spring admissions or a spring admit. So we'll link that up for you guys. Don't miss that if you're considering a spring versus fall admission. But let's talk about the process. Everyone kind of wants to know what to do. They don't want to make any mistakes.
Right.
So let's break down the process a little bit before we get into documents and kind of the worries that they have.
Right, so it all starts with you applying to a university and they giving you admit. So the first process is getting an admit letter from a university. Then it comes to the application of DS-160. It is a form where you get registered with the US government that, okay, this guy is coming to our country, or potentially he'll be coming to our country and be a non-permanent citizen. So after that, you have to schedule an appointment with VAC, which is Visa Application Center, I guess. They'll take your pictures there. And the next day or in the next week, you'll have your visa interview, which is the final process. So this is all you have to do, and it involves few payment, like you have to pay for DS-160, you have to pay for your visa interview. So it approx costs something $200 to $250. I guess we'll post a link to that.
Yeah, so we'll have links down in the description for these websites, for the forms, and we'll easily direct you guys there.
Then if I have to come to like the timeline, because that is one of the most important issue which you should address. Thing is, it's not a single day job and not a single week job. It requires a healthy 2 to 3 months. So if you are coming in say fall, if you're coming in August, your class starting on 13th of August, you should be done with your visa interview mid-June or the first week of July, so that you'll have a healthy 1 month to plan your journey, because you're coming to another country, not to another state. You have to plan so many things. So the timeline usually starts that getting admit before April, then applying for DS-160 in the May, and scheduling your visa interview in June or July.
Or
So
even earlier too.
You can get it earlier too.
It never hurts to do it earlier and have plenty of time.
Right, but I guess there's a catch of 3 months. It's like 90 days prior to. It starts at 180 to 90 days. There is some gap.
There's a
I'm
certain
not
window
sure.
you
Yeah,
have to
certain
do it,
window
yeah.
where you have to start your process. So we'll post that also.
Yeah, check the
Check
documents.
yes, check the documents. Coming to the documents, that is the most important thing where people screw up. Sorry for my French, but this is the truth. So the documents which you need is basically I-20, your passport, if you are getting any scholarship letter, admit letters, and how you are going to fund your education, because that is the most important thing, and the visa officers looks for that only. If I'll move ahead with the funding document, it should be a legit document. It should be easily understandable by the visa officer, because they might not know everything about the Indian culture, like you don't know about the American culture. So it should be like a bank credit book or salary book of your parents, and if you're funding yourself or taking loan, the loan letter. That should be like legit, and it should be from legit companies. There are many players in the market and you can't get loan from anyone, because there is a big market for forgery and fraud also. So beware of that.
You want a reputable name.
Right. So that thing is there. So, and make sure that your documents are correct and original. They do check it, and it happened with me. Like on the day of visa interview, I was stopped for like 3 hours something in between my process. And they said that every month they randomly select 5 people whom they'll stop and they'll check their background. So they'll check from where you got educated, from where you worked, what you have done, and whether your documents are real or not.
How did you feel when they selected you for this?
Oh, I was frustrated, why this is happening to me, and I was like very overwhelmed and thinking that whether I'll be able to pass this phase or not, because like a lot of things are on the stake. You have taken the loan, you got the admit, you have scholarship, and you have planned your like whole journey to the America, and you are sitting there idly for 2 hours, and every kind of thought comes into the picture. So that was the thing. It's a regular process, so whatever is done, they will do it. They don't care who you are. It's their process, and it's a process by Indian government also. You have to just play along with it.
Once you've got the documents sorted out, you go through your interview, and what are some of the questions? A lot of people ask, what are the questions? People will even do question prep. In our counseling video, be sure to check that out. A lot of people recommended not doing counseling for certain things, but one of the best things for counseling is visa interview prep and practice, so you're confident during those questions. So talk about those questions, Samir.
Right. So the basic question is which university you are going, and why you are selecting this university or this program. And the most important question is how you are going to fund your education. If you can answer all these questions very confidently, you're good to go. They don't ask anything else. They are not interested into it. I gave my visa interview at Bombay, and right next to US Embassy, there is, I think, British Embassy. Hardly there were like 4 or 5 people. And for the US visa, there was a line which went to the 2 streets of the Bombay.
Wow.
Can you like around 1,000 people were there. So do the maths. They don't have that much time to ask everything about you.
They're not going to ask tricky questions.
Yeah, they will ask straightforward question, and they need a straightforward answer. So that's the only trick which you have.
Yeah, be confident and don't lie.
Don't lie, because they will check every document of yours, and if they find even 1% of fault somewhere, they'll reject your visa for sure.
I think one big suggestion too is they're trying to find out if you're going for purpose of studies and education, or if you're trying to settle though permanently or illegally. So you want to make sure your wording is going to sound like you're going there temporarily for studies, for an OPT job experience, but you want them to make it sound like that you're going to plan to come back home eventually. If they feel like, oh yeah, I want to move to America forever, or even they feel like that, then there might be some hesitation or a chance for reduction. So you're going for the studies, work experience, and then want to bring that back home. That is what they want to hear.
Right. Thing is, with the rejections, there are many cases which we have seen that people getting rejects also. These are the only reason why they get rejects. They don't sound confident, or they couldn't explain how they are going to survive financially. So you have to make sure that you'll sound like, okay, I'm going there for an experience, and I'll come back to my country. I want to gain some knowledge from there, and I'll help my country grow. So that is what they are looking for. If I have to say that how to handle rejections, there are many cases like they will get rejected for 1 time or 2 times. Eventually, if you are having confidence and correct documents, you'll get a visa to US. It's not that hard thing.
Yeah, don't think it's a failure for rejection.
Right.
It happens, most people get accepted, but rejections are common. It's not the end of the world. Try again, or you're going to learn from the experience. And lots of people have come eventually after a rejection. So it's not a dream killer. So don't worry about that.
Right. Practice answers, because you might get overwhelmed by seeing a foreigner asking question in an accent. This happens with many people. First, they don't understand the thing, but you can always ask, okay, I'm sorry, excuse me, I couldn't understand your question. Can you repeat it? They'll gladly repeat it. One thing which I have seen is people are too serious when they are in interview. It's fine, you can laugh. You won't be banned for life for laughing. If he's cracking joke, he's expecting you to laugh.
They want to know that you're a real person.
Right.
You're not a robot. They want to know that you understand and can speak English.
Right.
Just because you took the TOEFL or IELTS doesn't mean you're actually good at communicating it.
Right.
So practice is important. If they feel that something's off, you're not confident, the English isn't quite there, I think this person's not a good candidate to come to my country, and that could be a risk.
Yeah, that can be a biggest risk, and they are right at their place, because no one wants that kind of person who is a plastic, right? And that's what we say here, a plastic person.
Yeah, or a robot.
Or robot,
There's so much competition, so you need to be confident and qualified.
Right.
Because yeah, they're not just welcoming everybody.
Right.
And so real quick for the chai question for this video, what are some of the rumors that you guys have heard about the visa interview process or the questions? I've heard lots of rumors going around. Leave a comment, let us know the rumors or kind of worries that you have, and let's discuss those together. Samir, anything else just about kind of the social stigmas of the officers or people think or worry or maybe true or not true?
There's a social stigma that usually visa officers are too rude. It's not true. They are not rude. They are also person. They might get frustrated with their job because they have to handle approx 200 people daily, and it's not easy.
Yeah.
Like questioning same question to 200 people. That doesn't affect their duty. They take their work very seriously. They're nice people, first of all, and they will try to make you feel comfortable the most. Another social stigma which I have heard is that if the person standing right in front of you is getting rejected, you might also get rejection. No, it is not true. It's all procedural. Okay,
Yeah.
There is
Don't
a
panic.
process. Yeah, don't panic. It's a process. He is getting rejected because he might not have document or some other reason. That doesn't affect your chance.
Yeah.
Is the social stigma which is very common in India. I have seen it, but trust me, it is not true.
It's not like they have a rejection quota they have to meet every day.
Right.
I hope not.
It's not.
Yeah. So Samir, because you've helped coach so many students with ISA or from your own experience, any final tips that you want to leave to people who are applying and are prepping for their visa interview?
Yeah, I'll say that be confident with your answer and be genuine. You might forge your answer also. If it helps you, write down your answers and remember it. But again, don't be plastic, be human. So,
yeah, be polite, be friendly, make a connection, be respectful. It's that balance of being very formal and respectful,
Right.
but also being friendly in a person and connecting on a relationship in that short amount of time. And
Right.
the more you can practice that, you'll feel confident, and then there'll be no issues.
Right.
And you'll be so excited in that moment when you get your
Right.
visa, because that's like the big deal that's happening, and it's like it's going on.
Yeah.
So-
it happens. It's like eureka moment for you.
Yeah, I love getting the messages online where people message, Rob, I got my my visa
Right.
acceptance, and it's a great celebration.
Right.
So yeah, well, you guys, thanks so much for joining this video. Thanks to Samir. Give a big like, thumbs up if this video has been helpful for you. Don't forget to subscribe for other helpful, valuable videos we're going to make for you to guys succeed here in your journey to America and here in America. Connect with us online and connect with Samir. He's happy to help. He's got lots of fun stuff as well in his journey here in America. And we'll see you guys next time at Chai and Coaching. Cheers.
Yep.